We are making chocolate tres leches cake. It's a deliciously light as air chocolate sponge that is dripping in this beautiful chocolate milk in every single bite. Let's make it. You want to begin by preheating your oven to 160 degrees Celsius or 325 Fahrenheit. And in this bowl here, I have 4 egg yolks to which I have added some vanilla extract and some castor sugar. I'll give it a whisk first because if you leave yolks out for very long, a film forms on its surface and it can dry out. And we don't want that because then it won't integrate with the rest of the mix. And so you just whisk it roughly and keep it aside. And first, we'll whisk our egg whites. I have 4 egg whites here, which are at room temperature, and I've added some salt to it. I'll start with my electric beaters on a low speed for 3 minutes first. And by the end of 3 minutes, it will start to get really foamy and increase quite a lot in volume. And at this point, you'll increase the speed of your electric beaters to medium for 3 more minutes. And at this stage, you'll start adding some castor sugar a little at a time until all of the castor sugar has been added. You'll mix it well between each addition. And by this time, 3 minutes will have been up, after which you will crank up the speed to medium, high, or high, and you'll mix it for 3 more minutes. So, for a total of 9 minutes at varying speeds, and you will have stiff peaks on your egg whites like so. You want to work with your egg whites first because you can use the same electric beaters with the whites into your yolks, but you can't do it the other way around because even the slightest amount of grease or fat in the whites will not whip it up. So, always whip the whites first and then use the same beaters and whip the yolks that you prepared earlier on a medium high speed for about 3 minutes. It goes from this buttery golden yellow to incredibly pale and light in color. Not to mention, it also increases tremendously in volume as well. So the whisking of both the egg whites and the egg yolks gives your tres leches cake sponge a very light as air texture, and we are also not adding any fats in the form of oil or butter. After about 3 minutes, we'll add some room temperature milk, and I'll use my electric beaters on the lowest speed just to get this to mix together really well. And I'll mix it just for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then I'll use my spatula and just fold everything really well together. Then I will sift in my dry ingredients. So I have some all-purpose flour or plain flour. Into that I will also add some cocoa powder and my leavening agents. So we have baking soda and baking powder. The baking soda helps neutralize the slight amount of acidity in the cocoa powder. We are also going to flavor it with some salt and instant coffee powder, and I'm going to sift this in. I don't add any kind of fats like butter or oil in this cake sponge because that kind of moisture is provided later on when we soak the sponge in the 3 milks. If we add melted butter or oil here when you soak it with the milk, it will affect the final structure of the cake and it will tend to get really soggy, so you don't want that. Once you have sifted all of your dry ingredients, you'll use your spatula to gently fold them into the yolk mix. Make sure you're not overworking it just until you don't see any dry bits. Now you will take in the whipped egg whites and using a whisk, you will just gently mix this into the cake batter. You don't want to overwork the batter or develop the gluten. You simply want to incorporate the whites first into this cake batter, and once it has mixed well, you will then start gently folding in with your spatula. You want to be very careful that you're not knocking out any of the air that you have created in both the egg whites and the egg yolks. So be very gentle when you're folding it in and add the egg whites a little at a time, and you will start to notice that your cake batter looks very light and fluffy. So you want to keep a very light hand and only fold it gently until it just comes together. Then you're going to take an 8 by 8 inch square baking tin, grease it really well and line one side with parchment paper with plenty of overhang so you can easily lift it out of the tin. Then you'll pour your chocolate cake batter into this tin and shuffle it around, tap it gently against the work surface, and then pop it in the oven at 160 degrees Celsius or 325 Fahrenheit for about 25 to 27 minutes. A skewer or a knife inserted in the center will come out clean. While that's happening, we'll work on the chocolate tres leches. So I'm going to take some chocolate buttons in a microwave safe bowl. These buttons have 57% of cocoa solids. Into that I will add some sweetened condensed milk. The ratios here are a little important because I have reduced the quantity of the sweetened condensed milk as I do not want it to be overpowering or cloyingly sweet. I've then also added some cream and some full fat milk. I'm just going to stir this really well, and now I'll start popping this in the microwave at about 30-second intervals and keep stirring it really well before I pop it back into the microwave for another 30-second burst, and I'll keep stirring the mix like so. Eventually the chocolate will start to melt and it will start to integrate with the 3 milk mix, giving you a very delicious chocolate milk mix. And you'll notice that the cocoa solids look like they are separating, but you have nothing to worry about. Just take a whisk and just give it a good whisk for about 10 to 15 seconds and it all comes together beautifully. This is our chocolate milk soak and that is ready. It is pretty warm and it looks really amazing, and the flavors are very well balanced. I'll keep this aside so that it can cool down to room temperature, and in the meantime our cake has baked as well and it is soft and springy to the touch. You're going to let that sit in the tin for about 20 minutes and then you'll transfer it to a wire rack to help cool down completely. You do not want to soak this cake while it is still hot because that will essentially cause your cake to go really soggy and might also break your cake apart. We'll now take the same 8-inch tin, but I have given it a good wash so it's nice and clean, and this time it isn't greased. And I will also place a fresh sheet of parchment paper with plenty of overhangs again, just so it's easier to lift it out of the tin. And when I'm placing the sponge now, this time I will keep the crust side on the bottom and keep the spongy side on top. This helps the sponge to drink up that milk soak very easily. I'll also take a fork and just tap the surface of the cake generously like so. And now it's time for us to start soaking this sponge with the milk mix that we created, which has also cooled down to room temperature at this point. And you can see as soon as you start adding the milk, the cake just starts to drink it all up, which is fantastic and exactly what we want. And when you're doing this, you want to be sure that you're not flooding the cake with all of that milk mix in one go. If you do that, it will struggle to absorb all of that milk and it could get soggy or it may not absorb the milk at all. So always add the milk a little at a time. And now I'm going to show you a little bit of a fast forward action because I just love how the fast forward of this section shows you how the sponge literally just drinks it all up very quickly and it looks amazing. You will essentially add all of the milk. You can reserve a couple of ladles of this chocolate milk mix and keep it refrigerated and serve it with your cake the next day. But you don't have to. You can soak this cake in the entire milk mix. This is entirely up to you. Once the cake has absorbed all of the liquid, you will cover it with cling wrap and pop it in the refrigerator so it can absorb the flavors really well overnight, and the flavors also get to mingle with each other, which is important. So leave this in the refrigerator for at least 8 to 10 hours. And the next day when you're ready to serve the cake, you can make your chocolate topping. Into my chilled whipping cream, I'm going to sift in some cocoa powder and icing sugar or confectioner's sugar. It is very important that you sift them so that there are no clumps of icing sugar or cocoa powder. And then using your electric beaters first on a low speed, you'll mix it for about 30 seconds until the dry ingredients, which are the cocoa powder and icing sugar, integrate with the cream. And then you will keep mixing this until it gets to stiff peaks like this. And then you will take the cake out of the refrigerator, remove the cling wrap and slather this beautiful chocolate whipped cream frosting or topping on top of this cake. And I like to keep this really straight and smooth. For my classic tres leches, I have used swirly patterns. You can decide the way you want to decorate this, and I will then pop this in the refrigerator for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then we are ready to serve this. I am taking my mom's help here, where she's holding the tin firmly while I lift the cake out of the tin and place it on my serving board. And I'll finally dust it with some cocoa powder. Cut the cake into 8 distinct slices and decorate each slice with a halved strawberry. You can absolutely decorate this cake the way you wish. And that's it. This is our beautiful chocolate tres leches cake, which is oozing with that delicious 3 chocolate milk soak. This is an absolute treat. You can see how the milk just oozes from the sponge. The sponge literally just drinks up the milk soak and gives you the most amazing, tender, moist, and chocolatey tres leches cake. And if you'd like to also learn how to make a classic tres leches cake, you can click on the video that you see on the screen right now. Enjoy and happy baking!